At the end of a mile-long sheltered narrow lane, the small churchyard of Mawnan was a sacred spot long before the 13th century church was built here, with views over the mouth of the Helford River. Here and in an adjacent wood, sightings of a flying creature about 5 feet tall, half man, half owl, with glowing red eyes, silver feathers and crab-like claws have terrified tourists since the 1970s. This owlman I have seen before, and he's very creepy because, first and foremost, I don't know what picture is real at this point. I don't know what's photoshopped, if this is a man in an outfit. But I've seen many abandoned building videos and pictures with this owlman inside, and it freaks me the f*** out. And honestly, he kind of looks like Mothman. But now that I'm thinking about it, he actually doesn't. He kind of doesn't. But it's very terrifying. I don't like that he's wearing a suit. It really humanizes him. I just wish he was either straight up human or straight up owl. The fact that he is a hybrid of both owl and man kind of freaks me out.
Imagine driving on an empty country road in the middle of the night, when suddenly you find your car jerked from left to right by a pair of disembodied hands clutching the steering wheel. Well, that's exactly what the residents of Dartmoor claim happens on the B3212, a stretch of road in Devon that's seen an unusually high rate of road accidents over the years. While many have supposedly perished at the hands of this entity, the survivors of these encounters swear by their existence, keeping the unsettling legend alive.
Okay, I specifically haven't heard, well, I haven't heard specifically about this one. I've heard about, like, mysterious hands controlling the car and driving people off the road. I actually didn't know many of these occurred in Devon. I'll have to, you know, warn my parents and hope for the best that this never happens. Thank God I don't drive right now. I can drive. I just choose not to, because I live in a city. I just walk. That's a lie. I Uber. Let's not fool anyone.
In the 6,000 acre Epping Forest, just outside of London, lies the origin of one of Britain's darkest urban legends. The story goes that about 300 years ago, a young couple were involved in a forbidden relationship, meeting secretly at a pool in the forest. But when the girl's father found out, he killed her at the very same spot. And in a very Romeo and Juliet turn of events, on hearing of his lover's death, the boy took his own life, again at the same spot. After that, the water in the pool reportedly turned black and all the wildlife around it died. Worse yet, though, is that people with no inclination started taking their own lives at the pool after somehow being lured there by a mystical force.
I'm very familiar with this story. I've actually covered it on Top 5 Scary Videos, and I used to live not far from Epping Forest. I used to go there all the time as a child. I'm still here. Maybe I'm not, who's to know. But yeah, it's a very Romeo and Juliet-esque story. Couple dead, now the forest cursed. Wildlife dies, people are inclined to also die. It's very dark, and I actually didn't know about this legend until I left the UK. So it's very interesting. Seems to be more popular out here than it is in the UK, unless I just didn't care to know about it back then. Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Central Dark, your place for all things horror. I'm your host, Susie McPhee, and these are the top 10 scary British urban legends. Before we jump in though, I have a very, very exciting announcement. Lindsay has launched a brand new channel, a reaction channel, so if you want to escape all the horror and scares and screams, go over there, subscribe, send her love, tell her Central Dark sent you, and get ready for her to release her first video, which is coming very, very soon. So get ready. Also, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite urban legend is. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Oh, the Pop Rocks and Soda. Is that what it is? Pop Rocks and Soda. That's my favourite. I also just love the movie Urban Legends. An infamous myth in British folklore is the beast of Bodmin Moor, a black panther-like beast seen roaming the wild, an isolated landscape in southwest England. Practical-minded theories suggest that it's an escaped animal, and although there is no verifiable evidence, the beast has been sighted no fewer than 60 times. Even a leopard-like skull has been found on the moor. Yes, there are many theories as to this creature. Some thought it was just a giant dog. Some thought it was a panther. I actually do think it was all debunked because there was a skull that was found and it was taken to one of the museums in the UK. There were also rumours that it was an escaped animal from someone's home and they were keeping it there illegally, or maybe it escaped from a zoo. There were many reasons, but do believe they had found a skull. I could be lying though. I do tend to lie with confidence sometimes. Like, I'm not even intentionally lying. I think I just lie to myself and then believe it. I don't even begin to know how to pronounce this word. Cù Sìth? This is a Scottish Highland version of the Black Shuck, a wolf-like creature in the size of a bull, but coloured dark green. It lives in the clefts of rocks and carries souls away to the afterlife. Another spectral hound with a saucer-sized eyes. The Cù Sìth howls 3 times, and if you haven't reached a place of safety by the 3rd bay, you are overcome with mortal terror and drop dead on the spot. Honestly, after one howl, it wouldn't take 3, just the one. I think just seeing him, I would lay on the floor and hope that it's a quick and painless death. But to be fair, carry me off to the afterlife. I don't want to walk. If I can hitch a ride on this beast, I'll happily go along. But that's very creepy. Of Weymouth Thomas Tyne, Lady Louisa Carteret was rumoured to be having an affair with a footman. After discovering the affair, the Viscount, in a fit of rage, pushed the footman down the stairs, breaking his neck. Thomas was said to have had the body buried in the cellar and told Lady Louisa that the footman had left without a word. She didn't believe it, thinking the footman had been imprisoned in the house, searched every room each night until she died. Yes, I'm very familiar with the story. Now, there's different variations of it, where the husband pushed the footman, and another variation where he hired someone or ordered another servant to push the footman down the stairs. And yeah, the woman was heartbroken. She ended up getting sick and then died within the home. And now she is said to haunt their house, and you can go visit her ghost. There's many, many haunted homes in the UK. All surrounding stories like this.
Set are supposedly home to the aptly named Wookey Hole witch, a crone said to have made a pact with the devil as a means of exacting vengeance upon her unfaithful fiancé. Not content with her satanic revenge, however, the witch continued to terrorise the citizens of Wookey Hole for years to come. A monk eventually managed to turn the witch to stone, and the resulting stalagmite has since become a tourist attraction, with many believing it to be the petrified remains of the dreaded hag.
It's always in the UK. I'm telling you, it's because it's so old. I don't know if he specifically said the place, but anyway, this witch is now turned to stone, and you can go visit her in this dark cave or tomb, wherever she is. That's absolutely terrifying. I'm less inclined to believe this one because the witch looks more like a hag, something that would be depicted in a movie, whereas I think witches are beautiful. I think they would look more like the young witch in The Witch, you know? That's what they would all look like.
Scotland's got the Loch Ness Monster and the US has got Bigfoot. As for us in England, well, we've got none other than Spring-Heeled Jack. He's said to have breathed fire and jumped in human heights from rooftop to rooftop. He had a goatee beard, pointed ears, horns and fiery eyes. Some said he was a demon, others thought he was just an extraordinarily agile human. No matter what form you believe this legend took, he certainly struck terror into people countrywide, but particularly those living in Victorian London.
Spring-Heeled Jack is fact. I mean, not really, but I think he is. And yeah, it said he would jump from building to building, he would lurk on rooftops, and then he would leap down, sweep someone up, and then bye-bye, adios, they're gone. But also, I have a feeling this legend, you know, all this stuff kind of came out around the same time as Jack the Ripper. He was very much real. But yeah, you just don't know. I think everything is inspired by something else. Every legend is inspired by some kind of true event that took place, and then over time it became so warped that it became its own entity.
And Highgate Cemetery, the site soon became a hotspot for enthusiasts of the occult and paranormal. As more and more sightings of grey spectres, ghouls and demonic entities continued to spread across the community, rumours of a vampire buried at the cemetery began to take shape. This whipped up a media firestorm, with locals blaming the vampire for the strange activity taking place there. Public hysteria eventually culminated in a vampire hunt on Friday the 13th of March 1970.
Friday the 13th. Excellent day. That's the death of the Knights Templar. Which is why we have Friday the 13th. For those who don't know, it all stems back to the Knights Templar. And I actually went to a school growing up in the UK called Knights Templar, so maybe I am the devil, a demon. Death itself. Anyway, this is very creepy. Vampire in the cemetery, folks going with their pitchforks and ready to kill it. I respect that.
Popular local legend throughout Staffordshire, the tale of the chained oak tells of a curse put on the miserly Earl of Shrewsbury after he refused a donation of an old beggar. Enraged, the beggar declares that with every branch that falls from a nearby oak tree, a member of the Earl's family would perish. After the curse becomes true, the Earl demands his servants chain up the oak to stop further falling branches. The chained oak can still be visited today, and it's the inspiration for the Hex roller coaster at the nearby Alton Towers theme park.
Oh, I actually didn't know about this. I don't think I'm familiar with the story at all, or the tree. I've probably seen the tree. I've seen a lot of trees in the UK. I probably have been taken to this tree to visit it, and I have certainly been to Alton Towers. And I can't remember if I've been on the Hex though. The ride? Perhaps. I need to Google it after this and be reminded of what it looks like. Although to be fair, I haven't been to Alton Towers in many, many years. Thought Park was where it was at. Well guys, there we have it. Thanks for tuning into this video. I've been your host, Lucy McPhee. Stick around for bloopers. 9. Okay, I'll figure this out. Everything's backwards. Thought I was gonna yawn. I am. Not that he was boring me. Just that I'm tired. Now it looks like I'm crying. I should let the tears pass. 7. Oh god, this is a word I can't pronounce. Damn, I look like a phony. Viscount of Weymouth Thomas. Oh, they yelled at me last time I spoke about this. Whether, I don't know if it was on this channel or top 5. Apparently I'm saying Viscount wrong. How do I say it? Viscount? V-I-S, and then count. Viscount. I don't use my legs. I walk. No, I drive. What am I talking about? I'm broken because I'm broken. I'm just pausing a sec. I was like, it's all the UK. And then I realized this is British urban legends.